question for you. This was a great question in the chat. I forget who asked it. Would you allow Logan Paul on Floatplane?
I don't really care.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, how this should all be handled and how I think things in general should all be handled is I don't personally, in my personal morality, whatever, like the idea of the governmental hand coming down and slapping.
Okay.
I would prefer that he joined the platform.
Yep.
People saw that video and everyone unsubscribed.
So,
and everyone stopped giving us money and stopped giving him money.
Here's the leader of partner management answer. The answer is absolutely yes. He would be allowed on the platform because here's the thing about the YouTube community guidelines. So Floatplane's guidelines are basically along the lines of legality.
Yeah.
And there's nothing illegal about walking in that forest and filming something that you saw there.
Well, you're not allowed going off trail.
I don't think it's illegal. I think it's just there's lots of signs advising you not to.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as I can tell, he didn't actually do anything illegal.
Because that's one thing you guys have to understand is when running. Sorry, I'm going to interject for a moment. When running Floatplane, that's one of the reasons why it's its own company.
Yes.
Is because our opinions and Linus Media Group's opinions don't matter.
Yeah.
We're running the platform.
I think it's gross.
I don't like it either.
Not cool with it,
Me
personally.
neither.
But that is not my call to make. And if Floatplane's objective is to be the not evil overlord, then ultimately we have to allow. Okay, because Floatplane itself is not going to be a broader community in the same sense that YouTube is.
Correct.
Floatplane will be individual creators with their own communities. And if his community is fine with it, which fascinatingly... They seemed to be. It wasn't until this went viral and kind of spread beyond his subscribers that people started sitting up and taking notice of how effed up it was. And if his community is cool with it, then ultimately we can just not watch it, not look at it, and kind of hope for the best.
And like one thing about Floatplane, if you're subscribed to this dude and you're like, wow, I really don't like that, I don't respect him anymore, I really dislike this content, and you don't want to see it in your feed anymore, stop actively giving that person money and it won't show up in your feed anymore. Ever.
Nice timing.
Yeah, that was good. Hell yeah. Because that's how the platform's done. We aren't going to make I'm going to actively pursue people coming on the platform, and I have, that I like and that I respect, because I want them to be on the platform.
So people are asking if we would advertise it. It's a great question. So Floatplane is not designed with a suggested algorithm. In fact, we do not intend to implement one. Users would have to opt in. They would have to browse creators in order to get suggestions from us. There won't be like you finish watching a Tech Quickie video, and then it's like, hey, you might also like tech deals. Here's a sample of tech deals. Go subscribe to tech deals. Totally arbitrary example. We haven't talked to him at all about joining the platform. Sorry, had something in my eye. Anyway. So there's no mechanism for that. So no, we wouldn't have to advertise it. And honestly, if I was in charge of that judgment call, which I'm pretty sure I am, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways. No, essentially our opinions won't govern what ends up being on Floatplane.
Yeah.
Hopefully our opinions will drive certain people to join, because we're like, hey, we like you, will you join?
We want to support creators that we feel are doing great stuff.
But eventually the door is going to be somewhat open to creators to join if they want. And yeah.
All right.
The platform's not live yet, LOL.
Speaking of monetization,